We gather around experts daily. But what if expertise misleads us? What if the person at the head of the table is wrong? We instinctively know that the most dangerous mistake is blind trust. Yet still, every day, we rely on experts. Doctors guide our health, economists predict markets, engineers design the bridges we drive across. Politicians shape policies that govern our lives, and journalists frame the stories we believe. Their advice and influence shape our choices, sometimes in ways that affect us profoundly. Sometimes in ways that affect our entire existence. But here's the truth. Not all experts are equal. Trusting someone just because they have a title can lead us astray. Remember, all those COVID experts telling us to trust the science? The real challenge is knowing when to accept expert advice and when to pause, ask tougher questions, and dig deeper. People who think critically about expert claims tend to make better decisions because they look beyond credentials and focus on the reasoning and evidence behind the recommendations.
Welcome back to Critical Thinking Secrets, the channel that gets you to think. Well, critically!
The lesson here is simple but powerful. Trust experts who are open about their limits and who back up their claims with clear evidence. Be cautious when advice seems motivated by money, bias, or lacks support from peers. And above all, find balance. Skepticism is healthy, but expert knowledge is still essential in today's complex world.
Nutrition advice often swings wildly. One expert may promote a fad diet, while another explains balanced eating with references to long-term studies. The second approach is more credible, but even then you should ask, does this apply to me, or is it too general? True wisdom is found when you sit down, review the facts, and decide what truly nourishes you. Critical thinking isn't abstract. It's lived in everyday decisions, even in the meals we choose to eat.
And if you want to stop making the same mistakes over and over again and again, then get the Critical Thinking Toolkit now. It'll help you break the cycle, give you clear frameworks, checklists, and smarter choices. Don't let tomorrow look like yesterday. Grab the toolkit today. Tap the link in the description below.
Expertise is more than a diploma on the wall. It is the combination of deep knowledge, years of experience, and a proven ability to solve problems. Some experts gain authority because of the institutions they represent, while others earn it through recognition in their scientific communities. Both matter, but neither should be accepted blindly. Example, Einstein's theory of relativity was revolutionary, but it only became trusted after experiments confirmed his predictions. That's how science works. Claims must be tested, not just admired. Trust grows when experts are transparent, honest, and consistent. People are more likely to believe someone who admits uncertainty than someone who pretends to know everything. A track record also matters. If an expert's past predictions or recommendations have held up over time, that reliability builds credibility. Yet we must guard against authority bias, the tendency to defer to experts simply because of their status. During the 2008 financial crisis, some economists had warned about risky mortgage practices years earlier. Their credibility rose because their warnings proved accurate, while others who dismissed the risks lost trust. Thinking critically means asking, what is the evidence? Are alternative explanations considered? Is the reasoning sound? It also means practicing epistemic vigilance, staying alert to misinformation, and intellectual humility, recognizing that even the most respected experts can be wrong. When new medical treatments are announced, headlines often exaggerate. Critical thinkers look for clinical trial data, peer review, and whether side effects were studied before accepting the claims. Trusting experts is not about blind acceptance. It is about looking for signs of reliability, like peer-reviewed research, transparency about limitations, and consistency over time. Consensus within a scientific community can be a strong indicator, but consensus is not the same as perfection. Sometimes expert advice reflects trade-offs that are not evenly distributed across society. Example, climate scientists agree that reducing carbon emissions is critical, yet policies to achieve this have had mixed results. In Europe, rising energy costs have left pensioners struggling to heat their homes, while some Western countries celebrate reductions in emissions that critics argue were achieved by outsourcing manufacturing to poorer nations. This shows why trusting experts requires balance. Their knowledge is essential, but their recommendations must be examined in context. There are times when we need to push back. Be cautious if experts avoid peer review, have financial conflicts of interest, or make claims that sound too good to be true. Conflicting opinions do not mean experts are unreliable. They often signal that science is evolving. In those moments, look for where the majority of evidence points, but also ask who bears the costs and what values are shaping the advice. Pharmaceutical companies sometimes promote drugs aggressively. If an expert recommending a medication is funded by that company, it is wise to ask tougher questions about bias and evidence. In a crisis, trust can save lives, or cost them. And what happens when the experts we depend on lose credibility at the very moment we need them most? Trust breaks. And if trust breaks, then the deadliest virus isn't always biological. Sometimes it's misinformation. Think back to the biggest public health crises the world has ever faced. Experts guided us with measures like masks, vaccines, and social distancing. Compliance depended on trust. Yet poor communication fueled misinformation, and credibility suffered. Rebuilding trust after a crisis requires transparency about mistakes and honesty about lessons learned.
Example: during COVID-19, shifting guidelines about masks confused the public. Later, experts explained that recommendations changed as new evidence emerged. That transparency helped rebuild some trust, but it also showed how fragile credibility can be when communication falters.
So how do you assess credibility? Look at credentials, peer-reviewed work, and whether claims align with broader consensus. Reliability comes from evidence, transparency, and track record. Question consensus when new evidence emerges or when politics seem to drive agreement more than science. Skepticism often arises from past failures or conflicting advice, but it can be addressed with openness and clear evidence. Remember, evidence is the backbone of credibility. Without it, authority means little, and always consider bias or conflicts of interest, because they can distort even the most well-intentioned advice.
If a financial advisor recommends a product, ask whether they earn commission from it. That simple question can reveal potential conflicts of interest.
Expert knowledge is essential, but blind trust is dangerous. By thinking critically, asking tough questions, and weighing evidence, we can navigate a complex world with confidence. So next time you hear an expert opinion, don't just ask, who said it? Ask, what's the evidence behind it?
Finally, remember, critical thinking isn't about being a skeptic. It's about being a seeker. You're not trying to poke holes for the sake of it. You're aiming for the best outcome with the information you have. We've only scratched the surface. The Critical Thinking Toolkit is full of checklists, mental models, and hands-on guides to help you sidestep common pitfalls and think with clarity and confidence. Whether you're solving problems, making decisions, or just trying to sharpen your perspective, it's a resource you'll keep coming back to. Curious? Check out the link in the description.
Thank you for joining us today. Enjoyed this video? For a more in-depth analysis, visit our website, www.criticalthinkingsecrets.com, to read the full article. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with our latest weekly released content. We have over 300 videos on our channel to help kickstart your critical thinking journey. Also, as an added bonus, just for supporting our channel, you can download our free critical thinking ebook. So go ahead and click the link below. Till next time, keep those critical thinking gears turning. Thank you for watching.